And so we used some, but then the rest, we stored or did what we needed to. But then Milton came, and we had the fuel contracts. Well, guess what? It knocked out for a time the Port of Tampa and the port in Bradenton, and so that interrupted the fuel coming in. So we set up gas stations around the Tampa Bay area with our trucks. People could go for free to get them through that 3 or 4 day period as the supply ramped back up. So we do these things. We're nimble, we're quick, we adjust. So empower the states. Give us the resources, and we don't need necessarily the federal government to be involved at all. Now, look, will we have maybe Coast Guard supplement some of our rescue? Yeah, we probably will call on that. But by and large, this is a local and state-driven process. We have the Florida State Guard, the Florida National Guard, Florida Highway Patrol, our sheriff's departments, our police departments, Fish and Wildlife, Florida Department of Law Enforcement. All these people, do a great job. Even the urban search and rescue teams, those are ostensibly under the banner of DHS, but they're basically local fire departments that then get federalized. So those are our people anyways, especially the teams 1 and 2, and we've got folks in Central Florida that do it. So block granting that money to the state of Florida, we will be able to respond more appropriately. Now, some have said, well, what if they don't block grant any money? What if they just get out of disaster management and just say the states must fend for themselves? Well, listen, if that happens, we've got a big surplus. We would have to make adjustments to how we approach things, but I can do that. Just let me know what's in the best interest of the United States. And if it is, the Florida will respond very, very appropriately. But that would obviously require us to change a little bit about what we're doing. But I don't anticipate that being the case. I think what you're going to see is you're going to see a block grant of money, maybe not this hurricane season, but maybe in time for next, bypassing the bureaucracy and the red tape, and then let us go ahead and get the job done for our people. Yes. So the question is there any updates regarding the grand jury investigation into State Attorney Monique Worrell? And my answer is I'm not privy to what goes on in grand jury investigations. So I'm not the right guy to ask. Those are secret investigations. That was not an investigation that I am leading. I can call for the Florida Supreme Court to certify statewide grand juries, but that's the extent, of my authority that I've exercised. Now, with respect to Monique Worrell, as you recall, I suspended her from office because she was not enforcing the laws as they are written on the book. She had her own agenda, and that was putting the people at Central Florida at risk. I think what happened was she was able to delay this and never went in front of the Florida Senate, where I think they would have found her guilty and removed her permanently. And so she was able to kind of manipulate that. Obviously, it's a very Democrat area, so when you run as a Dem here, you have an advantage. But I will say this. You have a responsibility to faithfully execute the laws of the state of Florida. You do not have the ability to pick and choose which laws you're going to enforce. You don't have the ability or the authority to let the inmates run the asylum. So I know the Attorney General is keeping a close eye on what she's doing. That could end up on my desk if there's proof that somebody is neglecting their duties or satisfying one of the other provisions of the Florida Constitution. Then obviously I could act again. But that's separate from any type of grand jury, and those grand juries are outside my purview. So one, I have no comment on it. But two, even if I knew anything, it wouldn't be appropriate. But two, I don't know anything because it's not something that I have control over. All right, thanks, everybody. God bless you.